Gravity is in full effect today.
That's good.
I hope so. Yeah, we bank a lot when we do on it.
Great.
So what I want to do is I want to collect our results into a meaningful place. This is going to seem kind of inane at first because we're going to use simple things like coins and dice. It'll eventually become insurance policies and parking tickets and things like that. But I want to show you how, to the bottom, building it up to that, it makes a little more sense, I think. What we're going to do is we're going to fuse this with the table idea that we've been using ever since. You know how we often have a table of an X and F, L1, L2? I want to keep that going. I want to keep that idea going. So we're going to make an X column. And that X is going to be the data that we have collected. What is the data that we're interested in? What did I have you guys write down in this particular case?
The number that we fell on.
The number that you guys came on. The number of pips. I believe what they're called. Pips. That you see when you roll a die. Is this in your guys' way? Is this thing okay here? This is the little army thing. It's okay. So the number of pips. So that's what you see. What values could that variable take on? In this experiment we just did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, yes? So you're going to list them underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful. Beautiful. What this is called, I'm going to define this now, just because it seems like a fitting place to do it. This thing right here, when you call it X, you call it a random variable. Why do you call it a random variable? Or why would, besides the fact that I just told you we call it a random variable. Why do you think it's called a random variable? Two very cool words to put together, yes?
It's just random.
Steve, go.
Because it could represent any number.
So, between 1 and 6, correct?
Yeah.
So in some ways, we know the limits on what the die could be. We're not going to roll a 7. We're not going to roll a -2. We're not going to roll pi. We can roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. And that's the variable part of it. It's somewhat fixed. There's a level, there's a range of values it can take on, 1 to 6. How about the random part of it? It could be anything. So Brady, go ahead and roll your die for me, if you don't mind. Just one of them. Brady just rolled 4, right? I predict she's going to roll 3 next. Go ahead, Brady. You got a 3, didn't you? What do you mean you get 3? You got 2. Roll it again. You got a 3 this time.
6.
You got a 6. Roll it again. You got 3 this time. See, the problem is, 6 again. It's random because although we know it's one of these 6 values, we don't know which one it's going to be on each trial. That's the random part. And the variable part is the fact that it fluctuates around there in some pattern. And the pattern is what I'm interested in. The pattern in which it varies. So the random variable is what we're analyzing. It's the data. It's what goes in L1. If you're thinking TI-wise, what goes in L1. So what do you think is going to go in L2?
The number of frequency of.
For now, let's put an F column for frequency, which would, if I count all this correctly, should be some multiple of 10, because I actually all did it 10 times, right? So let's raise your hand and indicate with how many fingers, you might need 2 hands for this, indicate with how many fingers how many of that particular number you got. So how many 1s did we get? Nice, hands nice and high. Hands nice and high. 4, 5. That's 5.
What do you mean?
You got. Well, show me how many 1s you got with fingers.
0.
Does that make sense? That's okay. 0 space with your hand. That's totally fine. Keep up nice and high again, because I'm sorry. Once I can answer 1 question without losing track. If I have to answer 2, done. And that goes for if I hear 2 voices, done. 4, 8, 9, 10. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 36, 39, 42. All right. I want you to do this silently at this point, before we go back to data collection. I want you to predict how many total rolls we did as a class. Don't count the number of people in the room, but try to predict, based on just that 42, and your knowledge of what a die is, try to predict how many total rolls were done in this room. Just try it. Try it right now. Just ballpark it. Ballpark it based on that. Then I'll come back and I'll explain what the hell I'm talking about momentarily. Okay. It's not important. It's one of those. It's the idea of estimation. Being able to estimate values, get a ballpark idea of values. So just based on that, that was 42. There was 42 ones. And your knowledge of what a die is, try to ballpark how many total rolls we had altogether. Okay, good. And keep that stuff on the side. Twos. Hands up nice and high. Twos. How many twos do we get? 6, 9, 12, 14, 17, 21, 24, 25. It's okay. 25, 30, 2, 33, plus 5 is 38. Good. Friends? Threes! Let's keep the data collect. Keep the love going. I'm going to turn the camera off because there's no reason for them to see the count.